All right, so let's jump right in, and I'm going to teach you guys how to get multiple picks per game. Um, this is going to be, excuse me, this is going to be highly technical. So be patient because I do like to explain and, geez, I do like to explain and maybe even over-explain some concepts sometimes. So um, be patient with me. I'm going to go through all of the different techniques and strategies that I used to get multiple interceptions per game. I'm going to go over zone drops, how to get interceptions using match coverage, how to get interceptions on third down, how to get interceptions when you're running man coverage, how to strategies for your user so you can bait people into throwing picks. I mean, I'm going to go over everything here. So this might be a long video, but um, that's okay because I want to give you guys a lot of value. All right, so I usually play as Alabama, but I'm going to pick a random team because I don't want people thinking, oh, well, you only get interceptions because you're playing as Alabama, because that is not the case. I get interceptions due to the strategies and techniques that I deploy. So let's go. Um, I'm going to hit random a few times. I don't want absolute bums. Okay, South Carolina Gamecocks. So I'm going to get some interceptions with the Gamecocks. Now, I typically play on All American. The reason being is because I haven't noticed the only difference between All American difficulty and Heisman difficulty is the speed in which the defensive line, the computer's defensive line, will shed tackles and get a sack. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I need to not get sacked, right, to show you guys what works. So I'm going to have it on All American just so you're not watching me taking sacks this whole entire video. I'm going to need the time to throw passes so you guys can see what's actually going to work. But okay, so let's jump in. So let me pull up my notepad here. And so first we're going to talk about zone drops. Now, what are zone drops? So, zone drops when you press, I'm on PlayStation, so I'm going to be giving controls for the PlayStation. If you're on Xbox, I'm sure you can figure out which controls I'm referring to. But from this screen, if you press right on, or if you press in on R3, you can pull up the coaching adjustments and it'll pull up. Once you go down here to zone drops, this these three areas are your zone drops, right? So your flats, your curl flats, and hooks. Okay. Let's start at the top. What are flats? Your flats are your light blue zones. So let me go here. Okay, so you see that Tampa 2 coverage? Those two zones on the outside, those are your flats. Your flats are the areas between the numbers and the sideline. Again, the flats are the areas between the numbers and the sideline towards the line of scrimmage. They are an underneath zone. They are the closest zone to the line of scrimmage. All right. So if you're playing zone drops, part of getting interceptions is allocating your resources, and by resources I mean your defenders. It's allocating them to the areas in where you are being attacked. Okay. If your opponent is consistently throwing drags, right, you're going to want to allocate your resources to take away the drag. And say they're throwing that drag toward the sideline, then you're going to want to put flats on the field. So you're going to want to select a defensive play that has the light blue zones because it's going to guard underneath and towards the sideline, the area between the numbers and the sideline. So say you're going to want to select this Tampa 2 play, right? The next step would be to go into your zone drops and select which depth you want your defenders to play at. So for example, I'm going to do a 30-yard zone drop. What that means is that the AI defenders are going to drop back from the line of scrimmage 30 yards. All right, so let me select a play here. I'll do Y cross. I'll let them hike the ball. 30 yards, okay? So that was a 30-yard zone drop for the flats. And you can see, so these are your flats. Your corners are going to play the flats, and he's going to drop back 30 yards. After the hike, he drops back 30 yards, and he's playing that area between the numbers in the boundary. Now, if you set your zone drops to 5 yards, when I hike the ball, he's going to stay put. If I set it to 10, he's going to stop right here, 10 yards. And I'm talking about the depth off the line of scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage is the 30. So if we set the zone drops to 5, he's going to stay right there and not move. You set the zone drops to 10, he's going to do this, and then he's going to stop at 10. You set it to 15, he'd stop here. And just to show you, I'll go in, let me change the zone drop to 5, boom, Tampa 2, and then I'll just do a Hail Mary play. Boom. Stayed put. Pick. Let's go. I'm gonna teach you guys how to get that. But look, I set the zone drops to the flats to 5. Hikes the ball. He stays put. He's not going to run with him because you told him to stay at the 5 yards. Same thing across the field. He's got the other flat. He's going to stay put at 5 yards. All right, so that's how you allocate resources to take away those drag routes and put your guys in position to get an interception. All right, so when might you want to play zone drops? Like, for example, say you got Tampa 2 and your opponent, let's say they keep calling screen passes for you, or they keep dumping it off to the running back right here, right? Oh, hold on, I messed up. I messed up, 1 second. All right, so you got to select a play with those flats on the field. I'm going to set my zone drops to 0. This means that they're going to drop down to the line of scrimmage. And they say your opponent keeps swinging the ball out to the running back. Now watch the corner, which is this guy. He's going to drop down to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be in position to play that swing route. Well, he got blocked to hell, but that's what he's supposed to do, right? Let's see if he can this time around. No, he can't shed that block. But that's how you're supposed to defend that. That's how you're supposed to play that. He's just getting solid blocking on that. So anyway, those are your flat routes. Allocate your resources to put them in a position so that they can take away where your opponent is attacking you. And one thing, actually, I'll get to that later. Okay, so the concept that I've taught you right now is zone dropping. Okay, so everything that I taught you applies to all of the zones. Your flats are the light blue zones. Okay, so you can set the depth at, say your opponent keeps throwing 20-yard corner routes. Go in, you set your flats at 20 yards. They're going to drop back 20 yards. They're going to be in perfect position to play that corner route. If your opponent, say it's third down, say it's 3rd and 1, and in these short yardage situations, they keep calling like an RPO or a whip route or something. Set your flats to 0 or 5 yards. They're going to play really low, close to the line of scrimmage. I get a lot of picks that way. So that's your zone drops for the flats. The curl flats, they work the same. They work the exact same way, but this is your purple zones. So if you see purple on the screen there, those are your zone dropping. Those are your zone drops for the purple zones, and they guard the areas not between they guard the areas between the numbers in the hash. Okay, so let's do. So you see the purple zones, whereas the flats would guard, like they would stay at the numbers, and they're going to take it from the numbers to the sideline. Your purple zones, they're going to take the area between the flats and the hash. So this area here. So if you set it to 0 when you hike the ball, they would drop down to the line of scrimmage. If you set it to 5, they would stay here. If you set it to 10, you stay there. Say your opponent keeps sending this number 1 wide receiver right in front of me, so they just sending them on a streak. So let's say you wanted to set this to 25, you can do that, and he would drop way back here. So it's all about allocating your resources to where your opponent is attacking you. Same thing as your hook zones. So in that zone drop menu, you'll see hook zones. That applies to these middle defenders here, the green, I guess, because that little stem is green. It applies to these green hook zones. So if you set it to, say they keep throwing it over the middle, you can set it to 0. They'll drop down, play this right here. Set it to 5, they would do this. If you set it to 10, right here, 15, 20, and so forth. Again, you're just setting the zone drop to get the person to play at the depth you want them to play. All right. You cannot set zone drops for safeties and corners that are on deep blue zones. Now, if the corner, because you'll see on the flat routes, he was light blue, you can set a zone drop for light blue zones. You can't for the dark blue zones. They're just going to drop back and play a deep zone. So you can't set zone drops for the deep blue zones, which can be annoying sometimes because a lot of times you'll find that they play themselves so far back, they're like not affecting the play at all. So what I'll do in those situations, say I'll set like a 20 yard purple, right? So that means I set my zone drop at a 20-yard zone drop. What I'll do is I'll pull up that safety and I will hot route him into a 20-yard purple. So now he's not in outer space after the hike of the ball. I want him in the mix more. So when the ball's hiked, he drops down and plays the depth I want him to play. So this is how it's not cheating. I don't know why I was thinking of the word cheating, but this is how you get these deep blue zones more into the play. If your opponent, let me tell you something. Online players have a particular play style, and rarely do they deviate from that play style. If you recognize that your opponent isn't taking any deep shots at all, they like to throw it short, then there's no reason for you to keep these deep blues on the field. Hot route them into like a 20-yard purple and get them down here. Now you're adding another defender that your opponent has to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You can also put him on a hook curl, right? So now they're going to have 3 hook curls down here instead of 2. So you can cheat a little bit, and you can do that across the board with all of these guys. So yes, so that's zone drops. And then let's say you're going to be user this guy right here. You would just play your role. You just let the computer hike the ball. You just play your role. You just help out on something. Can I get this? Is this mine? Wow, he threw it right at me. You just help out on something, and it's super easy. So that's allocating your resources using zone drops to take away whatever your opponent is attacking. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab a coffee really quick. Hold on. How to get interceptions from man coverage. So most people, the truth is in this game, most people, I'm going to switch teams. Most people cannot pass the ball well. All right. If a wide receiver isn't wide open, they are not able to fit the ball into tight places, which is your advantage. You know, like you can that's going to work in your favor. And so at some point in the game, let me pick Ohio State. At some point in the game, you're going to want to test their ability to throw guys open. Are they able to handle match? So say you first came out and you were playing zone drop defense and they dotted you up. Great. You're like, all right, Cool. So let's make this a little bit more difficult for them. Let's let's try man coverage, which is every guy is responsible for a receiver, and let's see if the opponent can deal with that. And a lot of times they can't. And so what I'll do is, if I'm going to play man coverage, when I know I'm going to play aggressive and I want an interception, what you want to do is select the formation dime rush. Again, what you want to do is select the formation dime rush. I've run cover two man, which is there. I've run cover two man out of many different formations. I've run out of 3-3 mint, nickel over, big nickel over G. It far and away works best out of dime rush, and I don't know why. It just does. It just works best out of dime rush. And so what you want to do, once you've identified, you're like, this guy can't pass the ball. He's gonna. I want it. I want an interception. I want the ball. So this is what you do. You go in a dime rush, and you do what I told you to do in terms of go to coaching, look at your fastest linebacker, and you put him at edge. Oh wow, they have a 91 speed linebacker. Nice. Who is that? S Styles? Okay. So then you go to your subs. S Styles is in the game. So you see S Styles is playing middle linebacker. What you want to do, the other thing you want to do is take out your linebackers that are playing the conventional linebacker position and you want to sub in a safety. The reason why you want to sub in a safety there is because typically that linebacker is responsible for manning up the running back, and they don't do a great job of covering the running back. But if you put a safety there, they'll do a better job. So I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to put a safety in at that position. Now I got a safety on the running back, and then I'm going to edge, and I'm putting in S Styles because we know he's fast. Boom. That's it. That's all you want to do. You want to put in your safety, put in your fastest linebacker, then you want to call cover two man out of dime rush. All right. And then we're just going to call a random shotgun play. All right. So you can see everyone is manned up. Great. You're going to do what I told you to do just a second ago. Put that linebacker in a QB spy. So his first step is towards the middle of the field, and then you're going to find something to help out on. All right. So let's go into the replay. So, and here's the thing about cover two man. Cover two man, it is the best pass defense in the game. If you want to stop the pass, try cover two man. Trust me on that. It is the best defense in the game. Now, I've definitely been dotted up against some guys that just like, they were just dissecting my cover two man. Their wide receivers were better than my safeties and my corners, and there was nothing I can do about it. But at some point, you're going to want to try to see how your opponent deals with cover two man. Okay. Now, this is the most important section of the video because this is where I get 90% of my interceptions is out of cover two man doing this strategy where I am this fast linebacker. But most of the reason why I'm getting an interception is due to a perfect timing user pick. Because everyone is locked up in man, like you can see they play good and tight on everyone, your opponent is going to try to fit the ball in somewhere, and then I just click on and I hold triangle and I get a perfect timing user pick. All right, so I'm helping out down here, but what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for the QB to throw the ball so that when he does, I can press triangle to click on and I immediately hold circle. Or excuse me, I immediately press circle to click on and then hold triangle to go for an interception. All right, let's try it one more time. Oh, we almost had that one. So, um, the thing is, like I could do this all day against the computer, and the computer is going to complete most of them because the computer is going to they're going to make a perfect read every time. It's the computer, that's what they're programmed to do. But against a human opponent, I mean, human error is a thing, and they're going to make way more mistakes than the computer does, and you're going to get those picks. So what you want to do as soon as that ball is hiked, you want to press circle and hold triangle. Boom. That's where I clicked on. You can see that black rectangle appear. So now I'm clicked on. I immediately held triangle right away. I play for aggressive. I play for interception, super aggressive. So it's muscle memory for me. Literally every play, I don't care like what's happening. I'm going for the pick because I'm just really confident that I can get an interception eventually. So as soon as he throws the ball, I press circle and hold triangle immediately every single time. And if you go into practice mode and you just start doing it, it's going to become muscle memory for you, and you're going to start doing it too. Get to the point where it is muscle memory. Like I get so many picks just because I'm pressing circle and holding triangle, and I don't even know what's going on. Like I don't even know what's going on in the play, but just muscle memory just is just a thing that I'm doing naturally now. It's just a thing that I'm doing naturally. You know. Um, Here's another thing that you can do, right? So you remember how I told you your safeties play in outer space because they are on these deep blue zones? Here's what you can do. Hot route them into curl flats. Now, when the ball is hiked, they don't drop all the way back here. They're going to stay they're going to stay in the mix, right? Like they're going to stay closer to the line of scrimmage, and they're just another defender that the opponent has to deal with. They just cloudy things up. Everything's nice and tight. I could have had a pick there, but it was a short pass, so I didn't click on in time. But I hot route them onto those purple zones. Muscle memory. Bam, there we go. So I didn't even know if I was in position to get an interception there. I just pressed circle and hold triangle as soon as he let go of the ball. And like I said, the computer is much better at this than a human opponent is. Trust me on that. If you do exactly what I'm showing you to do in this video, you're going to get way more interceptions in a real game than I'm able to get in this practice mode. All right. What else am I doing? So, okay, so pre-snap, what you want to do, I got him on the QB spy. When the ball's hiked, I go help out on something. I'm taking my safeties and I'm putting them on the curl flats so they drop down and they actually put themselves into the play instead of running themselves off of the field. What else can you do to optimize your chances to get an interception? Pass commit. You do that by pressing R1. And you see flick right up on the on the right stick, and you'll guess pass. That means that if you are correct and it is a pass play, then your guys will play the pass better. If you're wrong and say they end up running it, there's going to be a penalty, and you're not going to play the run as well. So you want to guess the play in an obvious passing situation, right? So third and long, fourth and long, you absolutely know they're going to pass. Go ahead and guess pass, and your guys are going to play the pass a lot better. Okay, he was nice and tight. So pre-snap, here's all the adjustments. Boom, now you're ready. You've pass committed, you put them on purples, you got your guy on a QB spy, and you're ready. Bam, look at that. Come on now. Let me go down. So you made the adjustments, all that I'm describing to you. I saw he stopped and it was open. So I turned back around, held triangle, boom. Also, yeah, so when going for picks, I used to make the mistake of tapping triangle. That's not what you want to do. You want to hold triangle to get a pick. You want to hold triangle to get a pick, okay? Not tap it. In the past, I would get like no use perfect timing picks just simply because I was tapping the button. And then once I switched to a strategy where I was actually just holding triangle, um, damn. Once I switched to a strategy where I was just holding triangle, I'm getting probably 100% more picks than I was before. Holding triangle works infinitely better than tapping it. Damn it. I could have had a pick there, but it was such a short throw that I didn't have time to click on. All right, let me try one more time. That's mine. Boom. That's mine. All right, so I don't know if I explained this, but the reason why cover two works so well is because um, your safeties, which is this guy right here, and the guy across the field from him, they're on deep blue zones, and they're going to bracket someone over the top, like over here. This guy's sandwiched between two defenders, and he's sandwiched between two defenders. Okay, and your opponent they're going to try you. That's the thing I love about cover two out of Dime Rush. They can move the ball on you, right? Like if they get the ball, let's say on the 25-yard line, right? They can move the ball on you, but you only need to get one interception to change the game. Defense is very hard in this game. You only need one interception to be playing great defense. If you get one stop a game, if you get one single solitary stop a game, you're playing great defense. If you're getting multiple stops a game, you're playing amazing defense. You're playing defense better than 99% of the people that play this game. By doing what I'm teaching you in this video, that's what you're going to do. You're going to get multiple stops a game. The crazy thing is that I've gotten so good. I've gotten to the point where, like, for example, last night I'm playing an opponent, and just by the way he passes the ball, say like the first 2 or 3 times he passes the ball, I'm like, oh, he's going to give me one. So I'll go in, I'll pick Dime Rush, I'll make the adjustments, and I'll just stay in Dime Rush stubbornly. And yeah, maybe he dinks for 5 yards, so he's here. And then the next one is 10 yards, and then the next is 5, and then the next is 10, then the next is 5. But then he makes a mistake right here. Boom, that's all I need. Now I get the ball and I run it back and whatever. But like, I just need you to be wrong once. You, in order to drive the length of the field, you need to make the right read every single time. As long as I make a tackle, I get another chance to get an interception. That's the way that I see it. Like I don't care if you completed a 5-yard pass, a 10-yard pass, a 15-yard pass. As long as you give me another shot to get an interception, I'm confident that I'm going to get one eventually. Like I am going to get you. The strategies that I'm teaching you work. They are going to get you interceptions. You just have to do what I'm telling you to do, and you're going to get them. That's what I love about that's what I love about cover two man, because you have those two safeties deep. Now, if you hot route them, right? Like if you do this and you put a purple and so he plays low, you can get beat over the top, right? So be careful of that, because you could technically get beat over the top. But if you keep them on those deep blues, you're not going to give up any like one play touchdowns, and you're just giving yourself another opportunity to get an interception on the next play. Another thing about cover two that I love, why it's my favorite defense in the game, is because your DBs are running what's called a trail technique, which is a real NFL technique. And what it means is that they play behind the wide receiver on purpose, because it creates the illusion that he's open. He's not open. He's playing behind on purpose. Look, He's playing behind on purpose. All these guys are behind on purpose. Why would they do that? Because they know they got safety help over the top. I mean, maybe you probably don't want to be this far behind, Jesus. But you know, you got safety help over the top, and you're wanting to. They're creating the illusion that they're open, when in reality they're just trying to undercut the ball and get an interception. The way that the coverage is played is literally just to get interceptions, to create the illusion that the guy is open, but he's not open. He's just playing trail technique. He was open, but a human player is probably not making that read. All right. Um, what else? What am I forgetting? I think that's it for cover two man. Yeah. All right. So I think that's it for cover two man. So I told you about zone drops. I taught you how to place your resources in position to where you're getting attacked. I told you about quarters coverage in case you want to use that to try to get interceptions. I don't love trying to get interceptions out of quarters, but you can go for it if you want. I taught you man, how to get interceptions out of man coverage, cover two man, which is by far, like if you take anything from this video, you do this out of cover two man. This is what you want to do. This is what's going to get you interceptions. Um, all right, let me talk about third downs. So third downs are the money play in this game. Third downs, and this is specifically speaking to when you're playing a human opponent. Against the computer, this isn't going to work, but if you're playing a human opponent, that's the money play. By money play, I mean that's when people run their favorite play for picking up a first down. It's true for me, it's true for you, it's true for anyone. You have a money play, and you have a third down money play that you go to convert that first down, right? So why am I telling you this? Because I need you to pay special attention to what your opponent is doing on third down, because they're going to repeat that the next time they're in a similar third down situation. So say they come out on their drive, it's 3rd and 10, they run a comeback route to the outside receiver. Okay, you made that mental note. All right, next time he's in 3rd and 10, he's going to run that comeback route. How am I going to take that away? What are the strategies that I've taught you that is going to help you take that away? Say that comeback route was about 15 yards deep and to the outside. It was outside the numbers. What can you do? On that third down, you can run a zone drop play, a zone dropped defense, and set the flats to 15 yards. Now you're going to have someone directly in that passing lane ready to grab an interception. Say it's 3rd and short and they convert it with a whip route to the slot receiver, right? So, you know what, this would be good if I actually show you guys examples. Okay, so say it's 3rd down and it's 3rd and short, and what they do is a whip route. I'm not familiar with this playbook, so give me a second here. All right, see this whip route here on the left side. It's 3rd down, 3rd and short. Bam, he hits you with a whip route. He converts that 3rd down. You're like, okay, that was the money play. That's what he's going to go back to the next time he is in 3rd and short. He's going to look at this whip route. What can you do to take away that whip route? Right? So think strategically, what can you do to take away that whip route? Well, you can play as this defender, right? You can play as him and cheat a little bit to the outside. As soon as the ball snap, start moving to that outside instead of inside like he went. You just start cheating to the outside, and you're already in position to play that whip route, right? You could do that. You could place this guy right here. You can place him on a flat. You know what? Let me see here. I don't know how I can show you guys this. I can't actually. Hold on. What's practice type? I can't. Okay, never mind. Um, you could place your outside defensive end, that number 13 there. You could place him on a flat route and set it at 0 yards. So if you set him at, if you change him, hot route him to a light blue and set it at 0 yards, instead of rushing the quarterback, what is he going to do? He's going to stay at the line of scrimmage and he's going to drift out to the flat, which is the area between the numbers and the sideline, like I taught you. And he is going to be in the passing lane. Like imagine 13 just started drifting to towards the sideline, staying at this line of scrimmage. He's going to be directly in the passing lane for that whip route. You see what I'm saying? It's all about third down is the money play. It's all about recognizing what are they doing on third down and how you're going to take away that the next time they're in that same situation, third and short, third and long. What are they going to do? So we have this comeback route on the outside. All right, so say they hit that comeback route. Third and long, they hit that comeback route. You're like, damn, that's annoying. I just gave up a third and long. You get them in third and long again. How are you going to take away that comeback route? Hold on, let me shut off my phone. How are you going to take away that comeback route? Well, this is technically the flat, right? And instead of playing man coverage and just manning this guy up, and then you're going to get beat on this comeback route every single time because you don't know that he's going to stop on a dime and turn around. He's always going to get beat. But what if you just set this guy right here? What's the depth of that? 15, 20. Okay, so it's about 20 yards. What if you set him on a 20-yard flat? So the next time he's in third and long, he comes out, the defender stops right there. He just stops right there. Your opponent thinks it's going to be open. Like just imagine the defender stayed there on that 10-yard line. Your opponent, look, he's already thrown the ball because he's anticipating it'll be open. You stopped. You're directly in the passing lane. You're in front of him. You get an easy pick. Again, third down is the money down. Make a mental note or even freaking write it down. I've done that before. What did they do on third and long? What did they do on third and short? And what are you going to do to take it away next time? Because I promise you, they're going to go back to it. I run the same play every single time on third and long. Every single time I run the same play. I watched and studied the top players of this game. They run the same play on third and long. Fourth and long, they run the same play every single time. Everyone has a third and fourth down money play. All you have to do is make a mental note of what it is, then put your guys in position to take away that play the next time. All right. All right, let's talk about user techniques. So I'm going to switch sides. So I've taught you how to get those perfect timing user picks. And I know I've gone through a lot. It's like I said, it's zone dropping. You can play match coverage, which I don't love. You can do cover two man out of dime rush. What you want to do is get yourself used to pressing circle to click on and instantly holding triangle to go for the pick. We've gone over third downs. That's the money down. Recognize what your opponent's going to do and then create a strategy to take that away. Now, how do you get those user picks? You've seen user picks where like guys seem to just be in the right area and they catch the ball. I'm actually going to quit. So I'll show you what I've done to become an elite level user. First, what I'll do is, I wish they would let you do defense only. How I taught myself to be better at that is to go into the training mode, go into this mini game, and then you want to select this particular mini game. You want to go to defense, and it's called DB Battle. This is what the mini game you want to play. And this is going to teach you route recognition. And what you want to do is you just want to run with the route. That's a whip. And you can see I went for the pick there and I missed it. But what you want to do is, this game is very hard, but it's going to teach you how to run with routes, undercut the ball. Boom, I got a pick. And how to undercut the ball just like that. And while the ball is in the air, all you do is hold triangle. You guys got to stop tapping triangle. You hold triangle. It's all about putting yourself in the passing lane and just holding triangle. And I'll tell you what, if you play this mini game for an hour, you're going to learn, your interception skills are going to increase so much just because you've practiced it and you're getting used to running with routes. Now, I'm teaching you this not because I want you to run with routes, because that's not what you're going to do as a user, but this is teaching you sort of like how to just like put yourself into position to undercut a ball and to get interceptions. Just get used to like recognizing routes. I hate the whip route. The whip route is the hardest route to guard. Um, but this game just teaches you how to recognize routes like that. I assume he's making a corner, and I got, oh wow, should have been a pick. Dropped it. And just holding triangle while the ball is in the air and getting those interceptions. And so do this until you're able to get like gold a couple times. Got a pick all right there. So you just play this game until you're able to get like gold. Oh shit, that's mine. Let's go. See, I recognize he was running the corner right there. Another corner. This is probably mine. Boom, 3 in a row. What is this? It's mine. Oh, wow, I didn't even get an animation. He didn't even jump that time. That's crazy. You can see when I'm running, when I keep stopping, that's because I want to play underneath the ball. You have to put yourself in the passing lane in order to get an interception. So I keep letting him, wow. I keep letting him get over top of me so I can put myself between him and the ball. This is a whip route. That's a comeback. That's mine though. I got the gold. This is mine too. You see how I played that? Like I kept putting I let him beat me over the top, so I can put myself between him and the ball. So that's how you kind of want to do this game. This is going to teach you how to get those perfect timing user picks. Oh wow, he dropped it. It's going to teach you how to get those perfect timing user picks just because it teaches you how to hold triangle when the ball's in the air. It's going to teach you route recognition, how to play sticky coverage, how to let him look like he's beating you over the top. Oh, damn, that was a good one. So yeah, so go in and play DB battle. And go in there and get some picks. Let me finish this game just so you guys can kind of watch how I play it. Oh, wow. Sometimes they don't animate, which is annoying. Like you'll be in perfect position and you'll just notice your guy doesn't jump or anything. Got one. Again, just put yourself in the way of the ball and hold triangle. That's it. Hold triangle, don't tap it. Hold triangle. I know I keep saying that, but it's important. Is this a whip? I thought it was a whip. All right, so go play that game. Get yourself some gold medals, and once you're able to do that, get those gold medals consistently, you're ready for these user techniques that I'm going to teach you. So let's go back to training mode. I'll just play as the Volunteers against the Buffaloes. All right, so there's 3 strategies that you can do as a user, to sort of bait your opponent into throwing interceptions. Your job as a user is just to be unpredictable. I'm just gonna pick cover 1, and then I'm gonna do random shotgun. Or I'm gonna do random empty. Do we got empty? There we go. Your job is to disrupt, find something to help out on. All right. So there are 3 strategies that you can use to bait. The first one is the fake a blitz and then pop back out strategy. And so at the hike of the ball, I'm going to fake like I'm rushing, but then I'm going to pop back out and help out on something. You want to keep your eyes peeled to see who's getting beat, and that's what you want to help out on. Now I'm not going to be able to help out on these outside defenders. So those guys are on islands. Like my corners are on islands, but I can help out on the inside. So this is the fake a blitz. This is the fake a blitz strategy. You get close to the line of scrimmage to where that check mark appears on your head, hike of the ball. I'm going to drop down and pop back up. Oh, wow. That was so, he threw the ball so fast there. That wasn't a good example. Let's see if we can get a better one here. Boom, then you circle up like that. All right. I got 5 minutes left on this video. So that's strategy one. He's going to fake, or you fake like you're blitzing, and then you pop back up and help out on something. Help out right there. Boom. The second strategy is what I just call the you take away multiple routes in the same play by just switching. So I'm going to say I'm going to start by guarding this tight end here, but then I'm just going to switch to something else. So I'm going to take him. Okay. It's hard to get the computer to cooperate. Oh my God. Shedeur is not calling no designed runs. Come on. Ooh, I was in position there, but he wouldn't animate. My favorite strategy, that's not working with me, but my favorite strategy is the stay still strategy. I'll hike the ball, stay still, look who's getting open, and then run with the route. This is how I get most of my interceptions. I'll just stand still. Then be like, oh, yep, he's getting open right there. Boom, I help out on that. I'm just standing still and I'm watching. Hikes the ball, boom, standing still. That was an accidental interception, not really anything that I did. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm just going to stand still. Yo, what is this play? I'm not getting any cooperation. I usually stand like at the 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And I'll start running with that. Boom. Took that away. That's my favorite one. 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. I'm just going to stand still and see how it develops and run with whoever needs help. Again, as soon as the ball is in the air, press triangle and then press circle to click on and hold triangle. So I'm standing still, ball's in the air. You can see I clicked on, held triangle. I wasn't in position, that's okay. We got the tackle from the safety. We're in position to try again the next play. Again, I want to stand still. And they call this stupid designed run. One more time. Stand still, ball in the air. I want to press circle, hold triangle, and we got the sack. But you guys understand. So those are the three main strategies. There is the fake a blitz strategy, which as soon as the ball's hiked, you fake blitz, then you pop back out and find something to help out on. There's a switch strategy, which is I initially take the tight end and then maybe I switch and start guarding 5. That's effective because if his first read, say is 81 here, he sees he's doubled, he immediately switches. They never go back to the original read. So if he switched off and say he went to this guy, it's too late. I'm already on that. And then the last user strategy is the stay still strategy, which is just hike, stay still, see who's getting beat. It's the tight end. Oh, tight end there. And then you help out on that. And then obviously, guys, the most important thing, when the ball is in the air, get your muscle memory down, press triangle, circle, and then hold triangle, and you should be able to get picks that way. All right, so I know I covered a lot. It's hard to show you guys examples in practice mode simply because the computer is always going to make the perfect read. But if you do and implement everything that I've taught you in this video, if you do everything, I guarantee you're going to get more interceptions in game, right? Work on those zone drops. Work on putting your guys into or allocating the resources into the areas you're getting attacked. Third downs, that's the money down. Make a mental note of how you're getting beat on third down and create a strategy to take that away the next time they're in a similar situation. Cover 2 man is the best defense for getting interceptions. Cover 2 man out of dime rush formation. Use that when you want to play aggressive and get interceptions. Work on the muscle memory of clicking on and holding triangle while the ball is in the air. Practice those user techniques, the standstill strategy, the switch strategy, the fake a blitz strategy. And then finally, get in the DB mode, play that mode until you're able to get consistent interceptions. Remember, you're just putting yourself in the flight path of the ball and holding triangle. If you do all that, guys, you're going to get multiple interceptions a game. All right, so that's all I got. I went on for about 60 minutes. Hopefully that was useful. Whew. Thanks for enrolling in the Elite Defense Interception School. I'll see you guys in the next one.